Proverbs 4:23. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Proverbs Daily is a reader and listener-supported program. Every post is free, but if you'd like to help spread the message and make the sacred positively contagious, consider becoming a free or paid subscriber. Just look for the word upgrade and click on that. Thanks in advance. Today's episode, Guard the Beat. Your heart conducts everything. This one right here. This verse has to be one of my top 5 all-time favorite proverbs. I've heard so many people quote it, and I try to live by its principle because there's so much truth to it. Let's start with the heart, your first beat. You ever think about how we describe ourselves through body language? Like nobody ever taps their face when they say, "That's just me." Or nobody grabs their junk while they're saying, "If you really want to know who I am." And just a side note, if you do run into somebody that's grabbing their backside when they say, "I'm just speaking from my heart," run the other way. But I digress. We all do the same thing. What's that? We touch our chest. Why? Because the heart represents the core of who we are. And it's more than just a metaphor. Did you know that the heart is literally the first organ to form in the embryo? By around day 19 or so after fertilization, a primitive heart tube forms and begins beating and starts circulating life through the embryo. The heart is the first organ to pulse with purpose. It sets the rhythm, conducting an orchestra of life, instructing every cell, every strand of DNA. Talk about marching to your own beat. Your heart emits a frequency, a one-of-a-kind signal like your own theme song. And monks have learned to regulate that precious one-of-a-kind beat. Scientists have documented Tibetan monks using the G2mo meditation to generate enough body heat to dry cold, wet sheets, even in freezing temperatures. Other studies have found that paying attention to your own heartbeat, like recording it regularly, can actually help you consciously influence your own pulse without formal training. What? That means our heart responds when we guard or observe it intentionally, not as a ferocious guard dog, but as a thoughtful steward. So why does the scripture say guard your heart? Well, everything flows from and back into the heart. Wisdom, courage, compassion, or callousness, motivations, anger, fear, joy, even subconscious choices. The heart doesn't miss a thing. So when we see the heart as the conductor of life, guarding it is not about building walls. It's about choosing the right soundtrack that plays in the movie of your life. Think about it. The best movies have unforgettable soundtracks. They set the tone for the whole story, even when they're in the background. In the same way, your thoughts, your intentions, and motivations are like that soundtrack to your life. And your heart, that's the conductor. That means you've got to be selective. Some sounds don't belong in your story. Leave them on the cutting floor before they make it to the big screen. Guarding your heart is about curating the playlist, protecting the tone, and keeping the music aligned with the life God is scoring through you. Jesus said, "Let not your heart be troubled," John 14:1. I don't think he was just trying to be poetic. I think he was offering deep soul care. I mean, this was coming from a man staring down betrayal, torture, and the cross. How did he hold it together under pressure? He stayed connected, anchored to his heart's rhythm in God. He refused to let fear or despair override him. And that's exactly what he was giving us, an instruction manual for survival. Don't let your heart be hijacked by panic or despair. Guard it, guide it, keep it steady. Notice too, it doesn't say ask God to guard your heart. The proverb tells you to do the work. You guard your heart. God will help. It's a choice that you make daily. So learn this by heart. God says guard your heart, because if you don't, something else will. Prayer. I guard my heart today. May everything flow with grace. Today's challenge. Get still for 5 minutes. Put your hand on your chest and breathe slowly till you actually feel or even hear your heartbeat. Now ask, what am I letting in? What needs to be cut from the soundtrack of my story? Write down a word, a shift, one thing that you know that you need to let go and do different today. About the author. Fred Lynch is a creative communicator, author, and Christian hip-hop pioneer. To connect, just search, "Hey, Fred Lynch" on all the socials or click on that link in the description. Want daily wisdom on your phone? Go to proverbsdaily.org or tap that subscribe button right now. Thanks for listening and help us out by liking and sharing Proverbs Daily. Be wise, be well. Peace.